Hi guys, welcome back for another edition of the Nighttime podcast.
Good evening.
COVID edition.
Yeah.
COVID edition. As you can see, we're distancing ourselves.
Yeah, so while COVID's on, we're going to just reduce the numbers we have here, so social distancing. So Kenny's not with us tonight. He's on the reserves bench.
He's got the bye tonight.
He's got the bye, and then one of us will most likely have the bye next week until things have settled down. But let's get into it. Shorter show tonight, but we'll have a little bit of fun and crew review brought to you by Steak and Chops.
Yeah, well, I guess no games on the weekend, no Knights games, so we had a bit of a chat about the Origin.
Not even any New South Wales Cup games either.
Nothing.
No.
And news out today that they've actually canned New South Wales Cup.
Oh,
games.
really? I missed that.
Yeah, so
that's a shame.
Until the end of July, I think.
Yeah, right. The Knights are travelling all right in New South Wales Cup too, so that's a shame.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll look at the Origin.
Yeah, good, awesome. New South Wales, the Blues, another win.
Yep. That's 76-6
in the two games, 26-0 on the weekend. First time Queensland have been held scoreless in Queensland.
Yep.
So great result.
Brad Fiddler's first victory in Brisbane.
Yeah, right.
As a coach.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good game, but I still think the first game was better.
They put 50 on them.
Yeah, but
100%.
But it was good. There was patches in the Queenslands, a little bit of improvement, but
I think Queensland were only good in the first probably 10 minutes of the game.
But you got to ask yourself, Daly Cherry Evans, where was he? A player of that, should have stepped up and done more.
Yeah.
There's getting paid that much money too. Yeah, I thought he was pretty average.
Some interesting things came out of the game. You saw, what's his name, the 5'8" from Melbourne.
Cam Munster.
Cam Munster's comments at half time about, blokes aren't doing their jobs and they come in with a game plan and it's not happening. So New South Wales are all over and they had him shattered.
But in saying that, where he says blokes aren't doing their jobs, he was one of them.
So, it is hard for the halves if other guys aren't getting in positions.
Forward,
you're telling your fullback to be there or whoever your centres to be out there and they're not doing it. Like, it's hard for them, but they're just rattled. Queensland are rattled. Fatty Vorton.
Yes, well, we'll get we'll get into that a bit later. But how good was that kick? The dropout. It went backwards.
It wasn't the best kick by Kyle Fell.
It's terrible. They're rattled, mate. They're shattered.
A bit whitewash, I think.
It's going to be hard for them to come back.
Except Nathan Cleary.
Yeah, shoulder dislocation.
Yeah, crazy lady won't be happy about that for the Panthers.
No. And there was talk that he might be out, might be more than 5 just a couple of weeks too. Well, it might even be longer.
I think it's 5 weeks 3 to 5 if he plays on.
Yeah, right.
Or, just got confirmation that 6 weeks.
Yeah, right. I was listening to Triple M on my way here. They were saying that it could even be season.
Yeah, so. if he goes to surgery, it will be season.
Yeah. So anyway, so he's probably in doubt for game 3. So who comes in game 3? Who plays halfback game 3?
I reckon with game 3, that you go clear is out. You go Luai to halfback. You bring Jack Whiten into 5'8", and you bring Coruscant onto the bench. I don't think you bring in anyone that's
hasn't played or been in the squad.
Yeah. I think we've got enough players to bring this squad.
I was talking to the boys at work today about this. We're having the same conversation. We said, do we do that, or do you? With the series is 1, nothing to lose. Do you blood a young bloke?
Well, who would you put? Who would you blood then?
You can't.
Matt Burton. Maybe. Yeah. Penrith don't need him. He's going to the Dogs anyway.
Can you feel pins in your back yet? Or?
I can see him.
Or do you put someone that is reliable, that's got a good kicking game, Adam Reynolds?
I don't think is it with Jack White. You put him in.
I don't think Reynolds is. I don't think his form's there. Maybe a Mitchell Moses.
Yeah. Well, they're the only two halves.
You'd hate to have another Riverworm in there, but
my only thing is with Whiten. Is he more a 5'8" than a half?
Well, yeah.
So then you move Luai to half.
Yeah,
Luai's playing halfback on the weekend for Penrith, so maybe.
Well, that's what I suggested.
look.
But what I was getting at is Luai more 5'8" than a half, but I know he's named at half for Penrith because of Burton. So
Yeah, maybe that's what I mean. Maybe we have a look at that on the weekend and see how it works.
possibly.
Yeah, the other option is, what about our mate Mitchell Pearce? He has a good game against the Cowboys.
No, I don't think he's got enough game time up his match fitness.
Yeah, the other, I don't think you bring an old guy back either.
And
you gain nothing by bringing Mitchell Pearce in.
That's right. So I reckon maybe like Josh said, I agree with Josh, pick out of the call that we got. So anyway, that's that's what I think. But good game.
Just on the game, obviously Josh Adokar scored 2 tries. Latrell Mitchell's try was intercept. The length of the field. Credit to Xavier Coates though, the way that he chased down Latrell. He's very quick.
Yeah.
That's two weeks in a row. He's nearly he got. Was it Alex Johnson in the Rabbitohs game? Gagai.
Yeah,
It was Gagai. Yeah, that was a good tackle, and then he nearly got Latrell this week. But and obviously Tommy Turbo's try and Adokar's 2 tries, but the situation with Latrell and Gagai, both playing at the same club, they were at one another all game.
Yeah.
Latrell with Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans was blowing up big time, pointing at him and everything.
But it
Mate
worked.
versus state versus state.
It worked, didn't it? Latrell getting under Cherry Evans, his nose, and it was great.
Yeah, he was very quiet. Our line breaks were 7-1 against Queensland.
Yep.
Isaiah Yeo, everyone thought
game.
that he was going to be probably the person that shouldn't have been selected. They probably should have went with another front rower and put Jake Dvojevic there.
Yeah.
But he's justified his spot.
100%.
45 tackles in the game, played whole 80 minutes.
Especially in Origin.
Yeah, and he's a very good first receiver. He's a very good situation. First receiver sets up the plays real good. And you can tell that the Panthers play, like the Panthers combinations are better.
Very underrated player, Isaiah.
He would look pretty good in a Knights jersey.
Oh, stop it.
It's funny you say that because
I've heard rumours.
I got it then. Yeah, crazy lady didn't like that.
But yeah, anyway, there's not a lot we can say on that except for
Go the Blues.
Go the Blues.
Go the
And
Blues. Game 3 to
whitewash.
come.
Hopefully
Where
at
do they
Newcastle.
play? Where do they play? Yeah, I was going to say.
Maybe Newcastle. But in saying that too, it's going to be restricted probably.
I think if it's not Newcastle, I think Canberra or Melbourne will make a big.
I think it's coming down to who's going to give the most money.
I would like to see it over in Perth. I would love to see it over in Perth again.
I don't think that'll happen when Perth's in lockdown.
Kobashi would like it.
Oh, Kobashi would be loving it.
Yeah,
Are they on this week?
They're currently in lockdown. Yeah, stay tuned. There might be something come up a bit later.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much. Anyone else? Anything else to cover on that? There's not a lot really.
Paul Green not having a good coaching career as a State of Origin coach.
No, but
some pressure on his shoulders.
But obviously, the situation where 24 hours prior to the game with the Queensland player not being eligible.
What's his name, Big Andy?
His name is Ronaldo Molotov.
Ronaldo
Molotov.
Oh, nice.
That's good. You got that fairly right.
I wrote it down.
Yeah, so that was pretty ordinary.
What were you calling him before?
The Monte Carlo.
The Monte Carlo.
Yes.
With the Queensland
I had to
side.
think about it then.
Now, obviously, Kalen might be potentially be picked in the Knights 10 this weekend.
Yep.
Potentially get a game.
Yep.
And potentially be picked for Queensland for Game 3. With Game 3 being a dead rubber for them, do you say to Kalen, we want to put that Reece Walsh bloke in, give him a go, or do you pick your strongest side to?
I mean,
they got to pick their strongest side.
Yeah, they don't want a 3-0 whitewash.
But they might be able to work both of them into the side somehow.
But the thing is too, KP's got to play this week.
KP might play 6, might play in the middle like he did
14.
in his first Origin.
Yeah.
14, come on.
Yeah, you got you KP.
I was very surprised McCulloch didn't really do much, neither did Ben Hunt.
No.
Yeah. They didn't have much.
And you can
They were on
tell
the
you can
back
tell
foot.
that like Catewell's not a centre.
No.
Catewell.
But that's
just
it.
got found out.
Last year he had a great series.
Yeah,
in
but he got
Origin
found out
semis.
this year.
But
Yeah.
what we got?
I think they would have found anyone out, but
Our
Latrell
back
Mitchell
line's
and Tommy
unreal.
Turbo.
Our
Like,
back line's.
What we-
that's,
best.
I'm trying to think of a better back line
I
in Origin
can't.
history.
I
No,
can't
there's
think.
not.
Even the Queensland back lines,
But what we're
Slater and
while we're on there, assuming we don't have night around this week, we might just do a little, not a 3-2-1, just a quick blue of the round.
yeah, I've done my 3-2-1s. They're all Blues players.
Yeah,
I've
well,
written them down.
it was just a quick one. Who was your man of the match?
Tedesco.
I'm going to go Latrell.
Yeah, I will move Josh. I thought Latrell was. But in saying that,
So there you
too,
go, Tedesco.
But my special mention.
Isaiah.
No, it's not. It's actually Cam Murray. Cam Murray
he
played very,
did,
very
he did.
impressive.
And Tarek Sims had a good game too. Last week I said he'd be the one to miss out for me, but he had a good game. He was solid.
I don't know about you guys, but the way that Channel 9 gave the insight with Brad Fittler as the coach during the game, I reckon that's unreal. I reckon
Yeah.
Fox or Channel 9 needed to bring that into their bargaining agreement with
Yeah.
coaches and stuff, because I reckon that was a mad insight.
Yeah, no, it was good.
That was unreal. It gave me goosebumps even talking about it now.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of stuff he does, but I love how Gus Gould does the last
Yeah,
word
that-
too,
yeah.
just before the game. It
Yeah.
just brings out emotion.
Fires everyone up.
Yeah.
Even Queenslanders, they don't like it, but they like it
Yeah.
because it fires them up to go, you know what, stuff you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But
Anyway, hopefully it's the start of a long dominance over Queensland.
let's hope.
well, let's jump into another one. It's a quick show tonight. What caught my eye?
We mentioned him a second ago. Mine was Ronaldo Molotov, the Monte Carlo, being selected. And then the day before, I think it was a Cronulla fan actually was on Twitter and made some comments saying, hey, how come nothing's being said about him getting selected for Queensland? He was 14 when he moved there, so he's not eligible.
And that's where it's come from.
I think he was actually 13 and 10 months or something.
Yeah.
So it's only, anyway, they're talking about months or whatever. So,
Really?
but I was really annoyed with Volandis. He came out and said, I don't know if you heard him talk about it, but this talk about, they may make be a little bit flexible for game 3 so that he can play, but he threw it all back on Queensland. He said, Queensland became aware of it, so they withdrew their player. So basically, he was trying to say that they had nothing to do with it. NRL wasn't their decision. It was Queensland.
What was
There's
that?
no way. You can't
Yeah.
tell me.
Well,
Volandis hasn't had quiet conversations.
I think was that on the Sunday Footy Show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I remember that press interview, that he said that they had the team didn't have enough time to go through the decision to let the Ronaldo play.
Yeah, right.
But the situation where he's played 16s, 18s, 20s, and the commission brought in a rule that if they think that something's going to affect the game, they can change it like that.
Yeah.
They should have stepped up and said, well, he can play. But that didn't happen.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but he's
Tough one,
he's
but-
not eligible by the rules.
I think it.
But he's slipped through the system. He's played in all those
All that,
junior
yeah.
rep teams.
So I think that they should have went,
It's a tough one.
unfortunately, it's a mistake that's happened, but he's
Yeah.
played all this, so let him play.
Well, they should have. They jumped on Sawali for underage
Yeah,
to play
100%.
straight away.
Yeah.
They should have jumped on that straight away and
Yeah.
nipped it in the butt, and
Yeah.
no one would have even known.
I'll be honest, I think Volandis in the NRL got caught with their pants down and going, how's this happened? And
Yeah.
they don't react to things quickly.
No.
They need to get,
They
they've got their PR people out the back making decisions or giving them information on how the public perceiving this. They go off public perceptions more than, what might
But
be
they
the right thing.
it's obviously been realised now that they don't read contracts correctly because his contracts for
He's ticked all the boxes to say
Yeah.
he's Queensland. New Zealand approached him to play for New Zealand, and he knocked them back and said, "No, I want to play
Wanted
for
to play
Queensland and
Queensland and the
Australia."
Broncos,
So
wasn't it?
that's-
He wanted to play for the Broncos as well. That was his dream, but
Yeah, he moved
now he's
Queensland
at
and
Cronulla
Australia,
because he
yeah.
couldn't get. Yeah.
yeah, they shot at the
Yeah.
Broncos,
Anyway,
so.
it's a bit of a.
But anyway, they've had 41 years. State of Origin's 41 years old, and they're still having the same
As Jeff Tuvey says, someone needs to be held accountable.
Yeah, but anyway, that's
And there does need to be an investigation on the Origin eligibility.
yeah.
That's right.
So anyway, that was mine. How about somebody else have it?
All right, I'll quickly get into mine. What caught my eye was Fatty Vorton being heard saying that they may as well call off game 3.
Yeah.
Would he be saying that if Queensland had won?
No. And there's been plenty of times where Queensland have been in that situation where they're happy to play game 3. They don't like it, do they?
No.
Queenslanders?
Also, a shout out to the crazy ladies boy, Nathan Cleary. Played most of the game with a partially dislocated shoulder. Now, that's a pretty monster effort, really.
And the first
That's
game he
Origin.
played with a cut on his face for pretty much the whole
That
game
was
as
just
well.
his acne, wasn't it?
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, he got a flog one. He got a bit of a hiding there, Paul Bugger. But just quickly while we're on that too, we'll leave that for a bit later, but we'll fly over to you, Josh.
What caught my eye was the fact that Daniel Safidi, the way that he's played the last 2 games and the way that he's played when he's come back from State of Origin this year and showing his leadership like with us as the Knights captain, as well as leadership for that forward pack. He was a gun on both State of Origins.
Yeah,
he's been
leading
unreal.
the way, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sorry.
And also the fact that with the Australian team this year, surely if Nathan Cleary is available, you've got to pick him. You can't pick Daly Cherry Evans.
No.
Surely.
You just read my mind. That was going to be my question. If they're picking an Australian side tomorrow, how many Queenslanders are in the side?
1. Munster at 14.
I'd say 2.
Yeah, I'd say 2.
Who would you say?
Papali'i.
Yeah. I'd go Papali'i and Kalen Ponga
Oh.
Yeah, Ponga hasn't played.
as a 14.
It's really hard.
As a 14.
Yeah.
But then you got to leave out
Ponga
someone
kill
like,
it.
I don't reckon he would. But even Papali'i, awesome player. But then you look at the way the Riverworms,
Junior Paulo.
Junior Paulo's been playing.
Yeah.
How do you leave him out?
Yeah.
You know,
There would not be many Queenslanders that would surely get picked.
I don't think so.
We've been
You'd be disappointed as if you're in the New South Wales team and someone in Queensland.
serious, but I was looking at it last night after, I'm thinking, Sunday night, I was thinking, who do you leave out? The Australian side.
Yeah.
All Queensland. All of them.
But JT is part of their coaching staff and for Queensland and not aiming up, are they?
No. I think they need a forwards coach too, because that's where they got let down a lot too.
Well, they do. Their forwards coach is Nate Miles.
Yeah, need a new one.
You've got to give New South Wales credit, but
That's right.
That's
And
as dominant
They
as
would have
any
beat
side has
anyone.
ever been in State of Origin.
Also, our do you know who our defence coach is for New South Wales?
Is it Brandy?
Yeah, no, it's
It's Fitzgibbons.
Yeah, true.
Fitzgibbons got some good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's got a good football
credit.
brain.
Yeah, he
And
has.
Football brain.
That said,
Sharks are going to be dangerous next year. I'm telling you.
yeah, that said, he's got a pretty good team to work with.
True.
Like I said, that back line, that's as good as any back line.
And then you got
it's ever
Badeiras helping, and you got all these other ones
Yeah.
helping. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we might take a quick break and be back in a couple of seconds.
Kobashi Top 5!
And g'day and welcome to the Top 5. Now, it's Boof, and we've got the squatch here from Kobashi, and we're talking the top 5 best-looking blokes in rugby league ads. What's going on, mate?
Well, as it's obvious, anyone who watches, we're a couple of good-looking roosters,
Good-looking roosters.
fit, healthy, easy on the eye, and we thought, why not celebrate the other good-looking blokes of league?
So we are. So we've found our top 5. Now, just before we get into that, folks at home, if you want us to review your top 5, if you want Kobashi to review your top 5 and get back to your top, it could be top 5 bands, it could be top 5 hits, it could be top 5, you name it, let us know and we'll review your top 5. So if you jump on the Nighttime Podcast Facebook page, leave us a message and we'll get back to you with our top 5.
Absolutely. At the moment, though, we are in lockdown, and we blame you guys over east because someone came from over here and has stuffed us up. That's why we are doing the Skype slash.
Well, it's not a bad thing, Ed, because you're out of striking distance, which means I can't crack you over the head with something. But what you don't know is, are you sitting on the chair that I sent through today?
Yeah, it's comfy, mate, too. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. But what you probably don't realise is, watch this.
What the? What did you do?
I'm not saying nothing, mate. All right, so let's get into this. Okay, so number 5, best looking bloke in rugby league. You've
Who
got
else?
it. Chief Harrigan's old sparring partner, Mr. Marty Bella.
The male model himself, right?
Have a go at him. What a good looking bloke.
Handsome gent.
Handsome gem. Debonair, if I could say that.
Hirsute.
Now, he reminds me of someone from the wrestling world. Do you know who I'm thinking of?
Yeah, well, look, most wrestlers are really good-looking roosters too, and I reckon there's one bloke here. There's a couple of blokes that are wrestling who are amazing-looking fellas, but I think I've got an idea of who you might be thinking of here. A guy who wore camo.
He did, mate. We are talking none other than Mr. Sergeant Slaughter.
That's
Okay, so he comes in at number 5. Now, number 4, we have somebody who's very close, and I think that the crazy lady, Big Smita's partner, will actually agree with me here that we are talking about, from her Penny Panthers, that handsome halfback, Mr. Nathan Cleary.
That is a jaw and a half, isn't it?
It is a jaw. It's a little bit like the jaw from Jaws from 007, but I've got this photo here because he's getting bigger, and I reckon if he keeps stacking on the weight and bulking up and growing, he's going to fill the shoes of this fella pretty soon. And we're talking none other than...
Speaking of sexy wrestlers,
the great Carly. Have a go at him. Look at that jaw. All right, number 3. Best looking bloke in rugby league. Now, this goes back to a Battle of Brookvale years and years ago against the Newtown Jets. And I believe it was Mr. Bowden that he was punching on with, and he ended up with a face that looked like a busted banana, mate. Have a go at this. None other than Mr. Mark Broadhurst. Have a go at that mug.
that is a work of art.
It's a work of art. And thanks to Mr. Bowden, that's why it looks like it does. Now, he was actually a boxer, and I believe he was possibly held the heavyweight championship of New Zealand at one point. So that was Mr. Mark Broadhurst. Now, who does he remind you of, Ads?
Well, if I say the line, I believe that's Mr. Gilmore's ball. What does that make you think of?
All I can think of is a big dude in Happy Gilmore going, "Hey, Happy, I got the nail removed from my head." That guy.
Absolutely, Mr. Larson, and RIP Mr. Larson, we still miss you.
Yeah. Okay, now coming in at number 2 is a guy that's still playing for the good old Parramatta Seals, and that is none other than that man himself. What a gorgeous scone this bloke's got, and shaved head, looking pretty slick. A lot of people are into that, and tell me this is a head that only not only a mother can love, everybody can love. This is a good-looking bloke. Have a go at this fella, Mr. Blake Ferguson.
This is handsome men recognising handsome men, and I don't.
And he is look at that face. That's just. I mean, he could get a lot of work post rugby league. Doing some modelling and stuff like that. So maybe remodelling, possibly. So maybe that. So now
modelling himself. Yeah.
Number one. Ads. You're not going to know this bloke, mate. Now he is from the Sir George Illawarra Dragons, and I believe he was playing back in the golden era when they were winning a lot of comps. So
give me
from yesteryear,
I want to fill some knowledge. If it was yesteryear, it wouldn't have been St George Illawarra, would it?
Well, yeah, I apologise. You're right. It was the St George Dragons.
Mr. Ignorant here, eh? Thank you.
The guy that's learning rugby league. So how'd your Bombers go on the weekend, mate?
That seat you sent me, I'm sending something back your way, express. So you settle down there.
Don't care. All right, so number 1 is... just going back to Blake Ferguson. Sorry, just going back to Blake Ferguson. We didn't say who he reminds me of. Now, there was a guy who played for Hunslet going back in the 70s and 80s, and his name was Ted Carroll. Now, Ted Carroll was such a good-looking bloke in rugby league, and I'm going to show you the photo now. So here he is. That's Mr. Ted Carroll. And as you can see there, he's donning a bit of a Roman outfit.
Mm-hmm.
He became an actor. He was an actor, and the reason he got all these jobs was have a look at him. What a beautiful looking bloke.
Yeah. Look,
I'm a man, and I can appreciate a man. And that's a man. That's a man. So
hands, man.
there you go, Mr. Ted Carroll. So check that out. Good looking rooster. So here we go, number 1. Let's get back to the St George fella. Here he is, Mr. Ken Kearney. Have a go at this mug. Now I believe he's on Tinder, ladies. Okay. I think that's his latest Tinder pic. So there you go. That's Mr. Ted Kearney.
Imagine what
back, Ken Kearney.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, who does he remind you of, Ad? He's got kind of a look that is very unique.
All I can think of is, hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys. You've got it. That is Sloth from The Goonies. Still one of the best movies ever made. So, Sloth from The Goonies. There you go. Now, before we go, we've got to give a special mention. And the boys said, give a special mention out to Mr. James Tarnower. Now, before we show you a photo of James,
yes,
have a look at this and tell me if there's not a bit of resemblance there.
They're definitely, good Lord, it's almost his twin.
Well, I reckon he's hard, but I never knew he was granite hard, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard as a rock.
Yeah.
That's
And
impressive.
that doesn't look like a real old one. That looks like a Rapa Nui. All right, so there you go, Mr. James Tarnower. Unfortunately, he didn't make the top 5 because he's actually not a bad-looking rooster. He's not a bad. I mean, he's up there with us, ads.
Well, look, we're good-looking blokes, obviously, and look, if there's any others that you, the listeners/viewers think that we might have missed out on, it's honourable mentions. Trevor Gilly, Cliff Lyons. Let us know. Let us know what you think. Also, we're not averse to hearing how good looking we are either, so make sure you throw a couple of nice compliments in for us. But what else is going on this week in lockdown now, mate? What are we doing?
Not a lot, mate. Very soon we've got an album coming out. Now, also, for anyone that writes in and does the top 5 and we select you guys, we've got some merchandise which we're going to ship to the boys very soon. A couple of these things which are called a hachamaki. So if you want to get yourselves a Kobashi hachamaki, which are these were created by 1,000 warriors and back in ancient times in Japan. So to get one of these is really rare and pretty cool. So get yourselves a hachamaki, and we're also going to do some album giveaways when that gets launched pretty soon as well. So
it's a live album, and we've heard a couple of the tracks that have come through to us. They're filtering through, and mate, we kind of sound all right for a live band, I reckon.
Might give some of those Newcastle bands a run for their money,
Yes. Yes. We know better. Is that right?
Oh, we should. All right, mate. So let's wrap up on that. Thanks very much, and back to you guys at the podcast. Over and out from Western Australia.
Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome back. And Big Andy's vacated the building, and we've brought in none other than the crazy lady, Josh.
Yes, well, it's actually an actual honour to sit on the panel with the crazy lady. Unfortunately, I don't think that you're a true Panther supporter because I have seen you wear some Knights gear in the past. So, where's your passion lie? Is it Knights or
Knights
Panthers?
Gear? When have I ever had Knights gear on?
Oh, I've seen it a few times.
No, I'll vouch that she
Podcasting.
she bleeds Penrith, but she has a soft spot for the Knights. And
There may be a photo floating around of me wearing his tablecloth, aka Knights jersey, but I lost a bet.
tablecloth. It was more like a parachute. I tell you. But, we just every now and again, and especially with COVID, where we can only have a certain amount of guests to the house. We're going to have the crazy lady on here, and because she's part of the house, so it doesn't count as COVID. But we'll throw it over to the crazy ladies. You got a fan of the week and a joke for her.
Okay, so I was going to tell a time travelling joke, but you lot didn't like it. So I'll go with this one. Did you get that? Jack asked his dad, Andy, "Dad, did you get a haircut?" Andy replied, "No, I got them all cut."
That's good. That is good.
I'll pay that.
Okay.
And over to fan of the week. They're brought to you by Sports Power Newcastle.
All right, fan of the week goes to Delwyn Vassallo. She's a loyal and dedicated fan of not only the Knights but the Nighttime show. So $50 voucher for Sports Power Hamilton coming your way.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, so I must say to the Vassallo family, they are good supporters of the show and the Knights in general. So
I reckon they like the
deserved.
show more than the Knights.
Yeah.
I honestly think that.
I think they could, but they're
So
great.
credit to them.
Yeah, great bunch, well deserved, and congratulations.
And they love wearing our. They're probably. You see them all the time wearing our merchandise. So
Yeah, no, that's good. It's good, and it shows too the credit to you boys and all involved in the show. If we got fans like that are enjoying it and giving them something, well, we're doing something right.
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah.
Well deserved fan of the week.
So this week, instead of hats off, it's COVID masks off to the Vassallos.
That was a good one, Spitters.
Do you like it? Pretty good, eh? Anyway, well, that's just a quick one with the crazy lady this week. So, we'll hopefully see you maybe next week.
Maybe.
No worries. We'll be back after this quick break.
We're waiting on you, bro.
I'm just trying not to laugh at Mr. Monte Carlo for a minute. Anyway, welcome back, guys. Thanks to Crazy Lady.
Yeah, it's good to have a female panel member on the show.
Yeah, but now we get the looks back. It's good.
Yep.
I probably should explain to you, for people that don't get that joke, my son's name's Jack. That might make it a little bit funnier.
Anyway, I thought it was funny, and
No, I did learn that she's learnt how to use Google to look up a joke anyway, so that's good.
Isn't a joke meant to be a situation where you've thought of it yourself instead of researching
Google it.
jokes?
yeah, but she
I
might
don't.
have thought of it
I've
herself
got
off Google.
If I ever come up with a joke, it'll be researched.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Google.
You didn't get all your hairs cut anyway.
I missed one, did I?
Hair couple. Anyway, let's
Half
move.
of them.
I'm pretty sure that actual joke was actually towards the producer because he was missing a few hairs
Yeah.
last week.
No, that was a caterpillar,
He's
wasn't
trying
it?
hard. He's trying hard to look like Fester.
I think he wants to look like Fester.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
Like nerdy Fester with glasses. And
no, that's Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns.
He has his own title.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on with our groundskeeper Willie and move on to Smith's mailbag.
What do we got?
We got a couple this week. First one's from Ian Simpson.
Ha!
If the
Can we
crowd,
just talk about The Simpsons?
oh yeah, I was going to say, do you know him?
No. We were literally just talking about The Simpsons.
If the crowds are limited, do we pledge yet again? If so, being a platinum member, I think every member should pledge the same amount. Those who pay more should have that taken off their next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they did, wasn't it?
No, everyone, you just pledge it. You just, the whole
But
thing.
didn't you get a percentage off this year? I thought you got a percentage of your...
I don't know. I'm just a GA member.
I can't remember it.
How can you be just a GA member and sit in Bay 55?
I don't sit in Bay 55. I sit on the hill.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, it must
Yeah.
be somebody else sitting up behind
Yeah, no,
eating ice cream and
No, I sit on the hill.
talking to all the
I
all the bingo
start
ladies.
the game, but I finish the game on the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I work my way around.
Is that general admission adults or child?
Adult.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It's adult.
He works the room. He finds all the old bingo ladies,
No, they're not there anymore. The old ducks.
the old nanas,
No, they're not.
are they?
I haven't seen them unless they're down
You scared them off.
unless they're down the other end on the drinking hill.
They could be. I think you've scared them off.
Each to their own.
Even Kenny's moved.
Or was that just for the wet weather?
I think it was the wet weather.
Frankie was going to move us. Anyway, on to the next one from Wayne Thomas. Who should replace Cleary as halfback for New South Wales in Origin 3?
We kind of had that conversation.
Yeah, obviously
already.
I don't read the mailbags before we come on.
Well, yeah, or
No, you don't.
Otherwise I would have said...
let's not talk about that.
I would have said Yeah, we'll save that for a bit later. Anyway, yeah.
What was that? Who was that from? Sorry.
Wayne Thomas.
Oh, Tomo.
But I'd say pick someone that's from in there. Same.
I'd blood someone. I'd blood Burton because I think Burton's the
Yeah.
or whoever Cleary's understudy is going to be for New South Wales.
Well, I think Queensland will. I don't think they'll. Do you think they'll pick Cherry Evans again? I reckon they
They
might
will
go,
because
I reckon
he's
they might
captain.
go Sam Walker.
No, they'll
Yeah.
pick him because he's captain.
Sam Walker's been out injured,
Yeah.
yeah, so he's got a calf injury.
They'll pick him because he's captain. They won't. They won't.
Yeah, they'll pick him. Mate.
Anyway, the next one is from Matty Hall. Do you think it's fair that Mr. Monte Carlo, Ronaldo
Monte Carlo,
was not allowed to play on Saturday night? He was born in New Zealand, moved to Queensland at the age of 13 years and 10 months. Under eligibility requirements, players must have lived in either New South Wales or Queensland prior to their 13th birthday. As we've touched on that one too, but yeah, I reckon just let him play.
I feel sorry for him.
I feel sorry for him too. Like that's
like,
bad.
He doesn't. He can't. I don't think he can play because he doesn't meet.
You think that would
eligibility.
be bad on his manager?
But the system's let him down. How do you get picked for all the junior rep teams coming through and no one's picked it up until
24 hours
the
before a
eve,
state
the eve of
origin.
the game
Yeah.
when he's been selected at last minute? To come in?
Silly.
I still put that back to the Queensland selectors as well. They should have done their research from.
Well, no
Day
one,
dot.
no one's. Cronulla fans picked up on it. Some bloke sitting in the Shire. Might be ScoMo.
Do you reckon he's a Cronulla fan now, or they might have chased him out?
I reckon they wanted him available for the Sharkies.
Good point. Anyway, good question. Next one is from speaking again.
Top fan.
The husband, Christopher Vassallo.
Yeah,
So
top fan.
yeah, it's a Vassallo off on. Hi, Smita. What do you think about the State of Origin played at Newcastle from Christopher Vassallo?
I'd be buying a ticket.
Yeah. Well, it'd be hard to get tickets.
Be hard to get tickets.
We know Frankie Barrett will be right.
First name basis. But yeah, we'll.
I don't think we're in his mailing list to get a ticket.
Oh,
though.
we could try.
Yeah, but even he wouldn't have it.
we know an IT guru.
Do we?
Yeah.
Actually, I know someone that might be able to get his tickets from him. Anyway,
Box.
yeah,
Corporate Box podcast.
anyway, yeah, good question. It would be good,
Oh,
but
awesome.
it would be better under non-COVID
If they
restrictions
could get a full crowd in there.
and have like a whole lot of entertainment kind of thing out the front.
Yeah.
But saying that too, if you notice with the council, they're looking at over the back behind the stadium. It's going to be like a whole entertainment
Precinct.
kind of
Like
thing.
where the trotting track is.
Near there, heading towards over to our great mates at First in Mosaic, where they're going to be all the way through there.
Yeah, right.
So,
Right.
yeah, should be
Watch
interesting.
that space.
Yeah, so they're big things like that. They can have entertainment, rides, make a whole
Like
You know?
like Homebush.
like Homebush, like Magic Round, where they had all that things out front. So this could be really something to start taking off for.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's Smitter's mailbag for another week, COVID edition. So
Good we thank our sponsor Feral Archery. For that
yes,
one.
Feral Archery, and also I must have a shout out to Ticker Clothing. I forgot to mention earlier that do some wonderful stuff with us and some wonderful workwear gear and some other good stuff. He was also making headgear and soccer, footy boots and stuff like that. So if you've got a young one out there, check them out. They're he's going to be all making custom to the club. So anyway. As I said, a bit of a quick show tonight, so on to Teamless Tuesday. Big Andy.
Yeah. So that's brought to you by Josh's mate at Sayers Inc.
Yes.
Johnny Sayer.
I actually had someone privately message me saying, "Where's Kurt Mann's design?" I'm waiting for it. I did say by the end of start of State of Origin 1, and it still hasn't happened yet. So.
Okay. Yeah, with COVID.
Was that your mum?
No, Kurt. No.
Okay, well, I've got another one while we're on the subject of the great John Sayer at Sayers Inc. He's thrown it out there to us, right? That we're all going to go down and he's going to set up 4 artists, or 5, maybe 6, in the one room, and we're all each artist is going to do our logo on us. Do you accept that challenge? Doesn't have to be big as your Kurt Mann design one. It can be a little one on your bum or free of charge.
I'll accept.
Done. So Floorboy Gary's in. I'm in. You're in.
Brendan's in.
Brendan's in. Producer, you heard it here on the show first. The producer, Brendan, is in.
He just fell off his chair.
And
Does that mean our other crew members, like Crazy Lady, Sharon, do they need to get it too?
no, I don't think that come up. But I mean, the Crazy Lady will go for one. But yeah. Well, first of all, are you in?
Are you in?
No.
Ooh, I know. I know. There's reasons why you can't go in. I understand.
What are the reasons?
Yeah.
He's already got a tattoo on his arm.
I don't like pain.
Oh, there's.
Allergic to pain.
No, I'm in.
Yeah, I know,
I just
yeah.
wanted to see Josh's.
All right.
I just wanted to see Josh's face.
So when are we doing it?
Well, it was going to be in the next week or two, but COVID has probably put a restriction on that.
So we'll say
I'll speak
when we make the top 8.
So now, as soon as COVID gets through, we're on.
Right.
So John will be watching the show as he does each week. So there you have it. So we're in.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving on
Where are
anyway.
you getting
Team list.
yours?
I don't have a lot of skin left.
Get on your neck.
Neck minute. Yeah, it might have to be on my bum or something.
Don't want to look at that.
Oh yeah, I don't know. We'll find somewhere anyhow. Oh, I got a little bit of skin there. Could go there maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, where you? Oh, that's where yours is going, obviously.
Nah, it's not going
Oh,
there. I don't know yet.
Josh.
It'll go somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't know where.
All right, on the Teamless Tuesday.
Yeah. That's why we started doing that, isn't it? That's why we started talking about the Sayers in.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get back to that. So this Saturday night, 7:35 p.m, McDonald Jones Stadium, the Newcastle. I was going to say Henny Penny Knights here. We can't say Henny Penny Knights anymore, can we? Play the
It's NIB.
NIB Knights, correct. Play the North Queensland Cowboys.
Toyota Cowboys.
No, I don't care. I don't care who sponsors them. But anyway, that's who we play. 7:35 this week. Let's have a look at the teams. If we go through the Cowboys team first, we've got Valentine Holmes backing up at fullback from Origin. Kyle Felt backing up as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to play better than he did in the Origin.
Yes,
Pretty ordinary.
I think my tip for the game was that he was going to score 2 tries last week, and he nearly did score 2. He blew 2.
Yeah, blew
I think
2.
He bombed 2.
Yeah.
Tell you what,
So-
And then we blew up at you. We're like,
that would have to be that kick, one of the worst kicks I've ever seen. In my life.
Drop out. It was pretty average.
It was so bad.
I have seen worse, but
Name one, because I'm struggling to find one.
there was a dropout.
Oh, in the old days,
Yeah,
where,
with the old leather balls where it's
In
gone,
the
he's got to
soaking
kick
down
it
rain.
and it's just gone like a metre.
yeah, but you could understand that one.
Yeah,
But
and there's another one, there was a conversion where the same thing, he's coming to kick it and it's just shot across the
Or the one
back
that
in
went
the old days.
well, actually,
Old leather balls, the old toe punters.
or what's his name? Plays for the Dogs. Plays for Manly now. Play with the Dogs. Kieran Foran, right in front, probably 10 out,
yeah.
under the post.
Now,
What
do you know?
about-
Do you know the worst kick I've seen? It's just it wasn't Kyle Phelps. It was very recent though. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but it was Darren Lockyer.
Darren Lockyer, yeah.
That was the worst kick I've ever seen.
But
But
saying that-
hilarious.
Saying that,
Hilarious.
He had riding boots on, so we can get him.
He had RMW.
What about not so much the quality of the kick, but we could say the worst kick ever is Terry Lamb against Newcastle down by 2 points, kicking a field goal.
Yeah.
Greg Inglis.
Greg Inglis, another one.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
Yeah, move on with that one.
where did I get up to? Jarvid Bowen in the centres with Fidau, with the hammer.
That's
What's his name, sorry?
Hemiso Tabuai Fidau.
Fido.
Oh, wow.
Fido. It is.
I'll let you have that.
He's asked me to pronounce it Fidau.
Okay.
I'll let you have that.
He sent a message in, he rang the phone earlier tonight and said, please pronounce it like that.
All right. I'll give
So then Murray Talagi. How close did I get there?
Yeah, but you can have that one.
Because he messaged me as well. He's on the wing. Scott Drinkwater and Tom Dearden.
Is he having some
In the
water?
halves. He's thirsty.
Do many Cowboys message you?
Got him.
No.
Hook, line, and sinker.
No, not too many. Yeah, that was pretty clever from you. I'm impressed.
Hook, line and sinker. He had nothing.
For a very tired person.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I'm on the
I like
ball.
that. And Tommy did, and their Broncos recruit. The reason Jake Clifford's down here. So their forward pack, Cohen Hess is playing in the front row with Jordan McLean, Reece Robson at hooker, Shane Wright, Mitchell Dunn, and Jason Tomalolo.
Nice. Pretty
block.
Not a bad team on paper, but
Yeah, they're a good team. And they're similar spotted to us on the ladder. They're, I think, 2 points ahead of us on the ladder. So it's a game we've got to win. Jake Granville's on the bench with Tom Gilbert, Lachlan Burr, and Francis Milo. Who
Not bad side,
Made
but-
his debut for Queensland the other night. So
not a bad side. But I think
let's have a look at the NIB Knights.
yeah, I think this
Really
is a strong
great.
side.
Drum roll. Big KP's been named again. So
Will he start?
hopefully,
Will he play? Will he play?
I got a feeling he will.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no.
Oh yeah. Well,
I hope he does. I really do.
I hope he does because have a look at this back line. To be honest,
Who's on the extended bench?
Yeah, good point.
Yes, he'll play.
You reckon?
Yep.
Actually, now that you do say that, yes, he will play.
looking like it. Put it that way.
So yeah, KP fullback Dom Young retains his spot. And I think that's
I
well
rate him.
earned too. He's there's something about him, like not just his size, but he's just
He's got a good. He's just got that. I just like his attitude too. You know.
You know what who he needs to watch? Greg Inglis when he was a winger for Melbourne Storm,
Yeah.
because he's got the height. He's just got to watch Greg Inglis the way he performed as a.
Is there a Simpsons theme going on tonight?
a lot of people. Why?
It's hair like Sergio Bob, Dominic Young.
Yeah. Okay.
Might be a Simpsons theme. They're good. Yeah. Sorry.
Is that
continue.
a crazy lady joke?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, Kurt Mann and Ari Tuala in the centres, Heimel Hunt, Jake Clifford and Mitchell Pearce. So if that plays, I think that's, other than Bradman Best, it's probably our strongest back line we can put on the park.
Jake,
Maybe the tall fella, Edric Lee.
I don't think we'll ever see him back in a Knights jersey.
Well, I think he's hoping to get back. He's genuinely injured, but I think so.
he must have a real bad foot.
Rumour has it, as I say, rumours, because nothing's concrete, that he's done with the Knights. Like, the Knights are, he's gone.
Yeah.
But you don't know why, because I think he's great.
He came out last week and he said that's not the case.
Did he?
He's still in a moon boot, so.
Well, hopefully, as I said, hopefully I like the bloke. But also good to see Kurt Mann back at free.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
I think centre's his position. He fills in at full-back first, but, back to free.
Yep.
Good. And Jay Clifford playing against his previous club.
Yeah.
I thought that you weren't able to do that.
You can, unless they put a clause
Unless
in
there's
it.
a clause or a condition in there. So, they obviously haven't done that, so that's good.
On to the forwards, buddy.
Yeah, Jacob Sayafudi and his brother Daniel, front row with Jaden Brayley at hooker,
Kenny's favourite man.
Mitchell Barnett, Lockie Fitzgibbon, and Smithers' boyfriend, Suaso, the Jesse Sue, at lock. So, Connor Watson on the interchange bench with David Clemmer, Josh King, and Brody Jones. And the reason for those that were wondering why we said, KP will probably play. The reserves bench, Jack Johns. I thought he's probably a little bit unlucky to miss out. I thought he hasn't done much wrong when he's got to start. Phoenix Crosland comes in. Simi Sasagi and Jira.
But the only thing is there with Jack Johns, you'd have to take Josh King out.
Yeah,
Josh King's been playing all right too.
Yeah, he's been going all right too. So
And the only thing that worries me is that with Jack Johns being on the reserve bench, that means he'll come onto the bench, Brody Jones will go onto the centres, and Kurt Mann will go to fullback. That's the reason why.
Possibly.
Jack Johns covered in the centres a couple of weeks back and didn't do a bad job.
You could be onto something, bud.
Mate,
Yeah, maybe.
I've watched Teamless is on Tuesday mean bugger all.
So is that your bold prediction?
Well, yeah, Phoenix Crosland could come in as well onto the bench.
Who knows?
So we'll move on to your bold prediction and see if that was it.
Yes, my bold predictions are brought to you by Burger Urge.
Yum.
Yum. I'm going to say bold prediction that this game, Knights versus Cowboys, will have more fans at this game than Thursday night Roosters Storm, which will be at McDonald Jones Stadium as well.
Yeah. And saying that, how many free tickets are going to be given away for the Roosters?
That's. I'm still going to say we'll get more people there.
Oh, yeah.
And how many eastern suburbs, Bondi, lockdown people are going to try to sneak up the M1?
Well, I really hope
into the ground.
I really hope no one. They're going to be real. They're going to have to be real strict at the.
100%.
They're going to have police at the entry where they go into the car.
Because they're in a COVID hotspot.
I remember last year security weren't propping anyone. You had.
No.
I remember the Bulldogs game. You had blokes turning up in Bulldogs gear and that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's going to be a hard one, but it's COVID. It's making a mess on everything. But your bold prediction is that there's going to be a lot of police there. Is that it?
No.
To check tickets? I'm not going to be a man.
No. My prediction is that it will be a COVID sellout. Maximum crowd possible.
Did you Google that?
12,000.
Or did that hurt? Do you think of that one?
It's not that bold, really, is it?
No, it's not.
Neither was mine, actually.
Mine is Jake Clifford to score a try against his former club.
And kick how many goals?
6.
6? Ooh.
I'm going to change. That was my because you've got two. You got 2. I'll have 2. I'm going to say Jaden Brayley's going to score this weekend, and with coming off a kick from Mitchell Pearce.
And my notable mention will be David Clemens going to score his first try.
Oh, we've been saying that all year.
But get on him.
Get on him.
Right, eventually.
Get him on the multi.
My bold prediction is that next week, Andy's not going to turn the chief upside down because I always see it at the end of the show, not the start.
I didn't turn it upside down this week.
I think it's Floor Boy Gary.
I think that was Floor Boy Gary.
The river one.
Yeah, I know how he does it too.
Yeah.
I know his secret, but anyway.
Yeah, so I've just figured it out too.
What?
Have something to do with a clapboard. Yes.
I don't know. What are you talking
Yeah, I'm onto it. Anyway, my bold prediction would be Brody Jones.
We just had one.
I haven't had any.
You had 2. You had the Chief.
That's just. This
I
is
still
my
reckon it's
rule.
David Fafita.
It looks like it. Brody Jones. Come on, and we'll score a try in the second half. Probably 10 minutes into it. And Suasa will probably visit the HIA bin again.
He'll headbutt someone accidentally.
Yeah, he'll headbutt someone.
Yeah.
So
I'll come off second best.
fractured skull again here.
Yeah. If KP doesn't play, Man will go to full back.
If Kalen Ponga
and
plays,
Brody to the centres.
he'll in the 76th minute he'll get a HIA and be out for State of Origin 3.
You'd hate to be KP then.
Maybe.
But then he'll be available for the next game
he might
because we got the bye the following week,
Yeah.
and then
Maybe he'll twinge his groin walking off the field after the game.
no,
as
we don't want to do a groin.
No, no.
HIA's nothing. A groin's could be a
Oh,
season.
I thought you were talking about HIA. Yeah, that's what the Knights are telling Queensland, sort of thing.
No, what I'm saying is HIA so that he doesn't, and he fails it so that he doesn't get picked for Queensland, but he's right for us.
Right for us.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want him to do a serious
doesn't.
injury because that means
He won't miss any games with Origin for us, but will he?
We could have the bye on that weekend.
We have the bye.
Yeah.
So he'd be backing up.
But yeah, I don't want him to. Yeah, that's my bold.
I just want
Wow.
him back on the field for us.
Yeah.
That was a very extended COVID bold predictions.
Was it a very extended COVID
Show.
show?
No, it was shrunken, sort of.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll be back next week. Wrap it up for the night. It was just a shortened show. We've remember, if you're out there in the community
Don't
and
forget, on Saturday, wear your mask.
COVID
Mask
up,
back on.
COVID up. Put your mask back on. So yeah, if you're out there in the community, put them on. Yeah, let's do the right thing and let's do what we can to kick this in the butt and get back to normal life. And yeah,
I don't. To be honest, I don't know how nurses have been doing it for that long, wearing masks like this.
I got masks like that when I go on at work. We go underground a bit and dig out the tunnel. And we get these masks on like that, and all the dust and that. Oh, they're terrible.
Masks for a person that wears glasses, it's the worst.
Fog them up.
Oh, it's the. I'm out there at work typing on the computer, and the next minute I breathe and I'm fogged up. I'm going to take my glasses off.
We could be onto something here. We're going to be millionaires. COVID. We're going to get wiper blades for your sunny for your glasses.
It's all right. I'm already onto it.
We need to invent a mask that doesn't fog your glasses up.
All that.
And you can talk through.
Without getting COVID.
Without getting COVID.
Yeah.
Just put a space helmet on, that'll do it.
Tinfoil hat.
Bubble Boy. Anyway, Bubble Boy, that's us for the night and this week. And Big Kenny will be back, and one of us will be on the reserves bench, I'd say, unless something else happens, COVID-wise. Hopefully things will come good soon, but social distance like we have. And remember, it's only 5 to a household of guests like we have here tonight. So let's do all the right things and get behind it, and let's beat it. And go the Knights.
Go the Knights.
Once a night, always a night. Good night. Go the Blues.
Go the Knights.
Come on, people, listen now, 'cause I don't think we